We are about to go to Life Search, so I hope you enjoy the video.
The presence of God, the power of God, in such a way that you are marked by a moment. And that's why for some of you, I do not want you to forget the date, because you're going to look back and say, on that day, He saved me. On that day, my sins were forgiven. On that day, I was inspired to do something, to take that step of faith, Deo Honuma. And what you're going to see is it starts with the Spirit's prompting, certain uncertainty, predictable resistance, and kingdom impact. I am here today because Paul took a step of faith, and I'm here today because years ago at an award ceremony, I stepped out of my fears and into faith, and I have no idea where God will take you if you do the same. Think about it. What might happen if you hear the Spirit's prompting and take a step of faith? I'll ask it to you this way.
Thank you guys so much. Please sit down. How are we doing today? The mission statement of Life Surge is to surge our life God's way. And when we think about trying to surge our life God's way, first, what does surge even mean? It means a sudden or great increase. And man, I so desperately want and need a sudden or great increase in my relationship with Christ and the calling that He has for me in my life, and understanding and trying to live out the purpose that God has for me in every unique area of my life. I want to have a sudden or great increase. Hope and pray that maybe that's why we're here, and if not,
That's good, but you have to throw the ball to first. I said, why? The kid can't catch. Like, the goal is to win. Period. And that was the last thing that we did on Saturday afternoon. The first thing we did on Sunday was go to church, and my parents found out that their fifth child and me was a very arrogant t-ball player. Because I wanted to tell everybody how I did, how many home runs I got, how many hits I got, how many bases I got, how many outs I got, all of the things I wanted to tell everybody, and my parents were mortified. They were like, our fifth child is horrible. And so they instilled a rule for all five of us, but really for me and because of me, that before we were allowed to play any sporting activity, we would have to memorize scripture verses, but for me, on humility. And this is one of the first verses that I had to memorize. That God is opposed to the proud,